Hi everyone, Oliver here, back for the first cafe video in 2022, and I've got plenty of things to say for it. First off, Mixels Unite Remix. Hold on to your chair, I'm gonna lecture you for a bit. Mixels was a collaborative project from LEGO and Cartoon Network about a group of colourful weird creatures with a power to combine with each other. The franchise lasted from 2014 to 2016 and is currently one of Cartoon Network's more forgotten shows like Robot Jones, and one of LEGO's most obscure themes like Time Cruisers. Like all franchises, Mixels had a small and still thriving fan base of the LEGO sets and a show, to the point that there's going to be a fully fledged fan game called Mixels Unite. If you don't know what that is, Mixels Unite was supposed to be a huge fan game and major love letter to the franchise. An RPG where you play as MC, a rather lost and unusual Mixel who winds up becoming the very hero needed to save the city of Mixopolis from King Nixel's invasion, which unfortunately never got off the ground since the only programmer moved on to make his own game company. There was also a revival on the project where I took part as one of the artists and was left in charge of the cutscenes. Later, last year, back in late autumn however, the devs and I were discussing the point of making art for the game when we haven't heard on the progress of programming. The one who set up the project of MUR was Nikki, a former artist of the original Mixels Unite, which, remember, was scrapped, and head programmer of Remix. And when we asked him about the coding process, he replied with that he wasn't even motivated. That's kind of annoying, isn't it? You were putting your hard effort into a group project, and there's always at least one in the group that's barely doing anything to contribute. So, a few minutes later, everyone agreed that they also have lost interest in the project and not been motivated enough on completing it, and decided to cancel the project altogether, ending Unite for good on November 1st, 2021. It's a shame really. While it was my first time working with other people on a single project, we never got to see the finished project from our effort. Though on the bright side, I think I improved my craft after working hard on those cutscenes. Now, what you're going to see now is all the animation work I've done for Mixels Unite Remix.
Next!
Yeah, all of that for naught. But once again, working on these cutscenes have helped me improve my craft a bit more. Better drawings, more ideas, and new opportunities. After Unite, most of us moved on to do our own Mixels projects. Flaming Bird Workshop and I collaborated ourselves to create Micro Mixels, tinier, energetic versions of the original Mixels models in 12 per series instead of the usual 9. Syndrome is also collaborating with Mixel Mike to form a Mixels project named Monochrome Syndrome, which is basically Mixels meets Ghostbusters. And Sky, the member of the original Unite team, turned the game into a fanfic, which you can see in the comments below. That's the thing about failure. Most people are always trying to avoid it and treat it as some sort of dead-end obstacle. What some people don't realize, however, is that while you cannot escape failure, you can actually learn from failure. Let's say you come across a situation like crossing a creek using only one stepping stone. If you fall in the water somehow after making a wrong move or poor judge of outcome, you're left wondering what went wrong and why you failed. When you're about to make the same mistake as before, you suddenly stop to remember the last time you came across it. So then, you make a new decision to go around the one that made you fail to begin with. If it works, you have succeeded. If you fail anyway, you should experiment what works and what doesn't. Giving up, losing motivation, or not learning from your mistakes can only mean that you're not serious about your goal. So remember, whatever it is you want to create, it's best to start small and end big. If you wind up with something that still fails, there's always opportunity of success from them. This has been Oliver. Thank you for watching. Rest well, MC. Rest well.